So with today's severe weather outbreak being what it's going to be across the Midwest portion of the country, I wanted to talk about what to look for on a radar scan so you understand what is happening. So if you looked at a radar before, you know that this green, yellow, orange, red area up here is rain. Basically, the radar is reflecting off of raindrops in the clouds. And the more rain there is, the more reflective it is. So the darker color it gets more towards that red. As you move south here into Kennard, Nebraska, this is hail. So this pink color, that hail is significantly more reflective because it's denser and larger than the raindrops, so it gets to that pink color reflectivity. Now, the big thing that people want to know is how to find a tornado on radar, to know if a tornado is headed their direction. So this particular radar scan is from last year. It's from the tornado that touched down just west of Omaha, Nebraska. If you look at this map right here, you see a hook echo right here, and this ball right here you see on the end of that hook is the tornado. Now, it is highly reflective because this particular tornado had picked up a ton of debris, and the radar was reflecting off of that debris in the tornado. So on a reflectivity radar, you can see many times you can see a hook echo on this tornado, and the tornado is at the end of that hook, generally, for the most part, moving in a northeasterly direction. Now, if you watch your local news during a tornado outbreak or look on social media, you'll often see a radar map that is green and red. This is the velocity scan. It's the wind that is moving away and towards the radar. The quick way to understand the velocity map is if you see the red up in here, this is wind moving away from the radar. If you see the green down here, that is wind moving towards the radar. What you are looking for in a velocity scan from a tornado perspective is couplets like this one, where it is on opposite sides where you see the green and the red that close together and tightly coupled. Again, this is the tornado from last year just west of Omaha. Now, it's important to remember that just because you see a couplet on the velocity scan, it does not mean that there is a tornado there. It just means that there is localized circulation that could indicate a tornado. It could still be a funnel cloud. It could be a tornado on the ground. This one in particular was a tornado on the ground. In fact, a particularly large tornado on the ground. And then the last thing you'll see on local news and or social media screenshots is the correlation coefficient. Essentially, all of these colors around this big blue area right here is scanning for things that are of similar size. All the raindrops, hail are similar size. What you get here is a tornado that has picked up a bunch of debris and lofted into the atmosphere, which is all different sizes, which is causing this drop in the coefficient. Now, it's important to remember that this does not always mean that there is a tornado there, but combined with the tornado warnings you can see around it, it's probably a good idea to assume that there's a tornado and take cover if you see something like this headed your direction.